On February 24, 2022, Russian dictator Vladimir Putin sent thousands of troops into neighboring Ukraine, a massive escalation of the Russian-Ukrainian war. But long before that military invasion, Russia had been waging an invisible war against Ukraine and Western nations. Tech journalist Andy Greenberg reports that Russia has engaged in cyber warfare against the West since 2015. Russian hackers have crippled hospitals and power grids, shut corporate operations, and spread panic in government institutions, not only in Ukraine, but around the world, including the United States. These attacks should have triggered an international response. Instead, Greenberg said, all the governments around the world, except Ukraine, pretended nothing happened. Russia got away with its crimes because the war it waged was invisible. This lack of consequences, Greenberg said, invited Russia to just keep going. In much the same way, Satan and his demonic agents are now waging an invisible war against the forces of God and the entire human race. Many people, including many Christians, pretend that there is no war. They even deny that Satan exists because they can't detect his presence with their physical senses. But the invisible war is real. It's raging every day, all around us and within us. This war destroys many lives, day after day, yet we cannot see the enemy with our own eyes. This war brings disorder and division to our society, yet few people know where our invisible enemy lurks. The prophets and apostles and Jesus himself explained to us the strategies and tactics of our invisible foe, yet we continually find ourselves vulnerable to the enemy's plans and schemes. That is why I have written Winning the Invisible War. I want you to see with the eyes of your soul and spirit what your physical eyes cannot see. I want you to understand the nature of the battle we face and the plans of our enemy. I want you to be a victor, not a victim, of our invisible struggle against Satan and his demonic agents in the world. Satan is real. The more you want to be effective for the Lord, the more Satan will intensify his assault. Satan always revs up his attack machine against those who want to grow deeper in the faith. You might think, well, I'll just drift along in my Christian life. I don't want any conflict with Satan. I'll be a complacent, third-rate Christian, and that way Satan will leave me alone. But do you really prefer mediocrity and defeat over the adventure of knowing and serving Jesus? It's true that Christians can and do play at being Christians. Churches can play at being God's church. It's easy to be a pretend Christian, a pretend church. And if you choose to be a pretend Christian, Satan may well leave you alone.